the reviews that are begging for help. What am I getting myself into? But I then searched and gathered the rest of the 1-star apps that we'll be reviewing throughout the video, which progressively get worse and worse. And that left us with just one last thing to do before we start drawing. Wait, what is that? This is a paper-like screen protector, and as its name suggests, it makes your iPad screen have the feel and texture of actual paper. So to give these apps the best chance of providing a satisfying experience, we're going to be using it while we draw. Starting out with Hypersketch. Now this app has a 1-star rating on the App Store and literally has one review with no text in it. So I reckon we gotta put it to the test. Alright, and here we go. Ooh, welcome to Hypersketch, okay. Wait, whoa, this is actually like a lot of tools. We have our layers here, an eyedropper tool, an eraser, all of these different fine liners and brushes. Damn! Some transformation tools, an AI button, but we are not using this because I hate AI. And some other brush customization things, like damn, this looks pretty sick. So I then messed around with the brushes and features of the app to see what we had to work with. Now to be honest, there were not a big variety of brushes, with there only being 6 in total, and the pressure sensitivity was very limited as you can see here. But there was one feature that really surprised me. For some reason, Hypersketch's pencil brush was actually extremely good, and it literally felt just as good as the professional art apps I've used. It had good pressure sensitivity, a nice texture, and it felt like an actual pencil. Not bad, Hypersketch. So now that I was familiar with the features of the app, I made a new canvas and tried making a fully color drawing of Sukuna. The pencil brush was super nice and I had no problems while sketching. The layers worked well even though there were only 4 of them. Only 2 of the brushes were actually useful for coloring, but they did the job, and drawing genuinely felt pretty good. So with that, I present to you my first artwork on a 1-star app, Sukuna. I was super surprised with how this came out. I was starting to think that maybe 1-star apps aren't that bad. So my final star rating for Hypersketch is 3 out of 5. So I went to the App Store and gave Hypersketch a nice review, but little did I know that the next app was going to be way worse. Next up we have 32. Now, this app has a 2-star rating, but it's actually a pixel art drawing app. I've never tried pixel art in my life, so I'm very excited to try this out, but Braston over here had some pretty concerning thoughts. 8 years ago, damn, Braston 3 said very nice design, but the animations when adding pixels make it seem very sluggish and really hard to create art. This sounds like it's gonna be fun. So I got out my Apple Pencil and opened up the pixel art drawing app 32. But straight away, I saw why Braston rated this app 2 stars. Okay, this app is very simple. So down here we have our tools. We got white, gray, dark gray, and black, and that is literally it. This app literally had the least features I've ever seen in a drawing app. Aside from you could undo and save, and that's all. And I think these were the sluggish animations that Braston was talking about. I don't think I can make art with this. But just when I thought this app couldn't get any worse, it actually did. What is this? Like, can I still draw? What is going on? Why am I drawing with squares? Yeah, this is definitely the worst drawing app I've ever used. It's a 1-star from me. But next up we have the app that apparently made Nuba worse at drawing, which is Drawing App How to Draw. Now, this app actually has a really good rating overall with 4.3 stars. Not bad. But it looks like they're hiding something. Because if we go to the App Store and sort the reviews by most critical, there are a lot of 1-star reviews, including Nuba's one. So let's find out the truth of this app. So I wasted no time in opening the app and was instantly greeted with a bunch of tutorials for popular characters. They had superheroes, Ben 10, Minecraft, and they even had Pokemon. So my first impressions were pretty damn good. Now I could tell that this drawing app was probably meant for younger artists learning to draw for the first— oh, I guess I gotta watch an ad. But I still feel like even drawing apps for kids should have more tools than this one did. You couldn't zoom in, there were only 3 brush sizes, and the smallest one was literally so thick. And this made my line work look so bad. But just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, I started getting ads everywhere. There was an ad before starting a new tutorial, and you even get ads while you draw. So although this app didn't make me worse at drawing, it's definitely getting a 1-star from me. App number 4. Now up next we got Draw Quick. Now this app was once again very simple. The only brush we had to work with was the default round brush, which had no pressure sensitivity and no customization options, and 1 eraser. We only had 6 colors to choose from. Oh wait, we have about 30. But thankfully at least this app had a size and opacity slider. But for me, That's all the tools I needed to create a masterpiece. Although the app had no layers, no brushes, and again the app didn't let you zoom in, but it did have an opacity slider and the ability to draw super thin lines. So this allowed me to essentially work as if I was in my actual sketchbook, with the sketch first, then slowly layering the colors on top like I do with markers. And because of the paper-like screen protector I was using, it actually felt like I was in my sketchbook. This screen protector genuinely feels beautiful and completely takes the experience of drawing on your iPad to a whole new level. Just listen to how nice it sounds. But as I added the finishing touches to the background, this artwork was surprisingly really coming together. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I can now present to you Evil to Be drawn on a 1-star drawing app. Wait, hold on. How is this happening? Why are these artworks actually coming out really good? Did I accidentally just find 4 of the most underrated art apps? Or does that mean that the final 4 apps are going to be the worst of them all? I guess there's only one way to find out. Over the next 4 apps, I'll be using them to
No, wait. You found my channel. I'm not gonna ask you to like or subscribe or anything, but if you do, I'd appreciate it. Plus, this is my first video, so please subscribe. Also, do you know how good my skills are in this game? Yeah, I'm also in a FIFA. So please. Hey, this guy's the boss. I'm literally gonna wash off. I'm literally gonna beat him.
Alright, am I recording? Anything else?
And why? Here's my genuine opinion. I think it's cheap and alley. Wally just is a troll, so he just does. Oh.